Welcome back, Trojan hockey fans. We're getting set up for scrimmage number 2 against Manistique. The boys have a 5-minute warm-up. They're 1 minute in. And it looks, well, I don't know who's going to goal. Jace Kimbrell's warming up. My gut feeling is that Schlegel and Kimbrell will switch back and forth today. So the news we got at the end of the last scrimmage is that Jackson Soper went into the boards off balance, and he has a broken collarbone, which is going to keep him out of these scrimmages and probably some of the beginning games in the season. That's just awful. Jackson had an injury early on last season, recovered from that. He's a key player for the Trojans, and we never want to see anybody get hurt, period. So some of our new players this season in goal: Carter Schlegel, number 35. Cade Treadway is number 20. He made the team this year. Evan Blasock, number 15, made the team this year. Blake Davidson, number 13. Braden White, number 12. Collier Schultz, number 11. And Kasu Lehtinen is a foreign exchange student from Finland, staying at the Harvey's house. He is number 10. He looked pretty good in that first scrimmage. Appears he has a pretty good hockey sense. Those are the new ones this year. It's going to take me a hot minute to get all the numbers down, but I'll do my best. So we've got a minute 45 left in the warm-up. Again, today is the Trojans will play 4 10-minute run time, or 4 30-minute run time scrimmages. Kind of a way for the coaches, the players to break into a season. Coaches get to see some of their strengths and weaknesses and hopefully make corrections before the first games. So this is good stuff for everybody. As I said on the first scrimmage, our cameraman from last year's son was a senior, so Josh Humphreys took over video, and we've got a little different setup. I actually have headphones this year, so I kind of know if I'm breaking up or squeaking, but the sound is delayed just slightly, and it was really messing with me that first game. I'll have to get used to it. So that first game, I went back and looked. I think that our furthest person watching was actually in Thailand. My brother Todd and my nephew AC were watching the game. And then I think my daughter Vicky may be watching from Dudley, England also. All right, the warm-up is over. The boys are putting pucks in buckets. Going back to slap their goalie on the head and tell him good luck. Both teams gather around their netminders. Manistique wearing white and green with black pants. And our Trojans have their black jerseys with gold striping on again. Well, how do you like that? I see Jace Kimbrell in the net again. All right, they dropped the puck at center ice. Sorry, I was making a mic fix. Ben Burley comes off defense, drives that in, goes behind the Manistique net. Chipped out. Klusterman picks up the puck, looking at his defensive partner, hits Burley. Burley off the boards, goes up to Peters. Peters to Davidson. And behind the net, Manistique gets it. Klusterman not able to keep it in, but Peters got back there, chipped it back in. It comes out. We're offsides. We check up. Manistique comes up with the puck. Davidson races in. Puck comes to the line, controlled by Manistique. They make the blue line, red line, and Klusterman laid out the man coming across. Burley picks up the puck. Wow, Burley back past that through the crease. Jace didn't try to touch it. It was probably a foot off the goalpost. Central comes down, shot on goal. Nice stop by the Manistique goaltender. Kept in by number 12, Braden White. Braden took a shot on net, just a little bit wide on the far side. Chipped in front. 4 or 5 sticks hitting at that puck. Trojans had it for a second. Manistique not able to control. Now they do. Cross ice pass. Conaway pressures his man. Makes him drop the puck. And Weaver was right there. He shoots. Tries to go 5-hole. Goalie closes it in. Wraparound attempt. Weaver on fire right now. He goes back to Conaway. Conaway rifles one in. Just inside the net. Nice pass by Weaver. Quick release by Conaway. Trojans keep it in. Conaway's got it again. He comes across, shoots it toward the net. Weaver's right there. Goalie steers it aside. Weaver goes behind the net. Beatty's got the puck. Beatty goes. They're battling behind the net. Weaver and Beatty. Conaway's calling for it on the point. Weaver goes to the middle. And Braden White kept that in. And Manistique is able to drive it out. I'm going to take a phone call real quick. My dad wants to watch the game, and he's calling me. Yeah, Dad. Yeah, are you at home or no? All right, when you get home, I sent you a link to watch the games. Yep, I gotta go. Bye. All right, we're back. Traverse City's got the puck deep in the Manistique end. Centering pass across the net. Luke Harvey gets hit from behind. He's grabbing his face. Referee's got his hand in the air. Harv's hurt. Goalie comes off. We've got an extra player. Manistique touches. And we get the whistle. Number 10 for Manistique heads to the box. The referees are going to discuss this. It was blatantly in the numbers to the back with Harv facing the board. His face came down on the dasher. And that does not feel good. So we're waiting for the time to get up. Slight delay in the action here while the timekeeper tries to put the penalty up. There it is. That was a major. So that's a 5-minute penalty. Puck comes out. Burley couldn't reach it. Kloosterman to Burley. Burley across to Kloosterman. Kloosterman looks back to Burley. Kloosterman bounces off his stick, comes out. He hits Conaway. Conaway brings it in, center ice. Conaway with a shot. Oh! The goalie couldn't hold it, and Conaway missed the rebound. He got his stick lifted. Otherwise, he had an open net. Now, normally we like to see it set up on the penalty, but I think that Conaway surprised a couple of the Manistique players and walked right in. All right, it's shot toward the net. It's back in the corner, and the Trojans fight for it. Now they have control. Evan Blazok's got it. He sends it behind the net. Weaver picks it up. Weaver's looking at the point. Weaver tips it back. Not hard enough. To the point. Conaway sends it back in. He hits Beatty. Beatty, tries to pass. The defenseman stops it. Conaway's got it. He goes across to Kloosterman. Kloosterman dumps it in deep. Beatty again gets tied up. He's going to go back to... No, he holds it. He looks. He's looking at the bumper. He takes a shot with a ton of traffic. Manistique struggling with that puck. They can't clear it. Beatty goes to Conaway. Conaway keeps it in. Conaway shoots. Goalie off his pads into the corner. Beatty's got it again. Beatty goes deep to Weaver. Weaver looking. Weaver and Conaway kind of switch spots. Weaver wraps around, shoots off of the goalie's leg. Beatty's got it in the corner. He goes to Weaver. Weaver back to Beatty. Beatty misses the net. Oh, crap, it's Fogelman. I'm such a dip. So Fogelman was playing the puck quite a bit, as I've been corrected by Xander's mother. All right, Graham Peters got it behind our net. We've got 2:37 left in the penalty. And Blake Weaver, now it's Weaver. We've got Braden White on D and Ben Burley. Shot off a stick into the netting. We get a whistle. That's going to come into the circle. Oh, the new numbers kill me at the beginning of the season, but I'll get it right. That's why we've got the scrimmages. Get our poop in one sock. All right, puck drop, goes back to Burley. Burley, look, shoots from the middle. Puck dangled around in front of the net. Graham Peters has got it. Peters is looking. Peters can't get a shot off. He was played pretty well by number 2. And it makes it all the way into our end with 1:40 left in the power play. 22:30 left in this 30-minute run time scrimmage game. There's a beautiful centering pass by Graham Peters to Blake Weaver. Blake Weaver's got a great shot. The goalie played it. Braden White makes a great keep in at the line. He's going to chase the puck down. Man, Braden White has picked up some speed since the last time I watched him play. Kloosterman takes a hit, comes off the puck. Kasu battles, is not successful, and Manistique clears that puck. Looks like we're going to have one last drive on this 5-minute major. Pass across. Kasu has the puck. He goes behind the net. Carter Humphreys hangs onto that puck. He gives it off to, who is that? No, that's Rodenroth. Rodenroth takes a hit to the head. No call. Oh, we score! Kasu Lehtinen. Off the backhand, perfectly placed over the goalie's shoulder. I think Kasu is going to be quite the addition to this team. He's got really good hands. really good hockey sense. This is going to be a lot of fun. All right, so we did not score on the power play, but shortly after its expiration, we tipped one in there. 1-0 Central. Shots on goal are 9 for Central, 0 for Manistique. Now granted, most of that time we were on the power play, but good to see the Trojans getting some pressure. Luke Harvey sends it behind the net. Manistique tries to clear, goes past Conaway. Conaway races back. He's got the puck. He goes behind the net. He's chased. He looks. Oh, he tried to hit Carter Humphreys. Carter Humphreys, it went under his stick. Carter forward checks. Past Conaway again. This will be an icing. Conaway will probably go for a change. He had to race back pretty hard to get to that puck. 19:40 left in this 10-minute runtime scrimmage game. Looks like Blake Davidson lost the face-off, got caught up in Burley's skates. Manistique comes in on side. Burley plays the man, rubs him out on the boards. Centering pass goes to Cade Treadway. Treadway loses the puck at the red line, and Manistique dumps it back in. Number 12, Braden White picks that up. He tried to pass up to Collier Schultz, but it came off his stick funny. Burley's got it behind the net. He goes back to White. White this time gets it up to Schultz. Schultz, centering pass missed. But here comes Burley. Burley picks it up, steps off defense, fires toward Collier Schultz. He couldn't handle it. Slap shot from the middle by Blake Davidson. Goes just wide of the net. Trojans center it in front. Nobody there as we were in the midst of a line change. Kloosterman and Harvey on defense now. Kloosterman forces the Manistique player off the puck. Xander Fogelman makes the red line, blue line. Beats one guy. He goes down with a skate between his leg, but he created a heck of an opportunity. I think Fogelman was looking for a penalty there, but no call. Kloosterman brings it in. Steps in off defense. Kloosterman with a shot. Goalie closes the 5-hole. Clearing pass is off a stick into the rafters. We get a whistle, and we'll get a face-off deep in the So it looks like Evan Blazak will take this face off. It goes back to the middle. Sent to Harvey. Harvey shoots in. Rebound is picked up by Manistique, but Manistique got railed in the neutral zone, gave up the puck, dropped. Harv's got it. Harv shoots off a stick into the netting. We'll get a whistle. Puck will come out. No, that's right. It went off the Manistique player, so it stays in. It'll be the near circle to me here. Conaway and Burley out there on defense. Two speedsters that both like to jump up. Comes back to Burley. Burley looks. Burley takes a shot. Deflected. Goalie makes the save. Another great chance, and it is driven in by number 9, Blake Weaver. 13-0 are the shots on goal. 2 of those have beat the Manistique goal minder, and we are ahead by 2. About halfway through, 16:27 into this 30-minute scrimmage. And our Trojans are up by 2. Back to Conaway. Conaway to Burley. Burley races across the blue line, red line. They're not able to rub Burley out. Burley makes it all the way back behind the net. Like I told you, he's a speedster. I think people underestimate his ability. He's got it behind the net. Weaver dropped back on D. Kept in by Graham Peters. Drew Davidson behind the net. He's looking for the point. He goes back behind the net. And Blake Weaver goes across to Conaway. Conaway steps in now. Conaway goes back. Burley's got it. Burley chips it up. Burley gets it back. He sends it all the way behind the net. Conaway looking for it to come up the boards. It does. He keeps it in. We hit Davidson. Davidson with a shot. Oh, off the tip of the goalie's glove. Does not make it in. That's a great save by the goalie, actually. And pass through the middle. Conaway backs up. He looks. Pushes the man off the net. Conaway picks it up from his goaltender, Kimbrell. Passes up. Conaway rushes up. All right. We've got Braden White on D, and Cassou's out there. Carter Humphreys makes the red line, blue line. They try to push Carter off, but it looks like Carter had to move to avoid that check, and Cassou must have stepped off sides. Again, most of you are aware, a lot of these boys have played together for a lot of years, and Cassou's very new. This is the first time he's played with this team, and he appears to be a good player. He's going to fit right in. So Rodenroth takes a hit deep in our corner. He's tying up the puck. We've got 2 Trojans and 2 Manistique players battling. We come out ahead. Klusterman's got it. Klusterman sends it up through the middle. Klusterman picks up his own pass off a Manistique player. Klusterman shoots. Goalminder keeps it out. Rebound picked up by Manistique, but not out. Manistique starting to get really physical. I think they're getting frustrated. Pass goes back to the defense. Klusterman does not get what he wants on that pass. Rodenroth's got to come back. He sends it up to Humphreys. Humphreys across the blue line. Humphreys shot blocked. Pass comes out, and Harv sends it back to Burley. Burley waits for everybody to clear, makes the line. Knocked off his stick, but not out. Cassou Lettinen's got the puck. He goes back to Burley. Burley steps in, centering pass. We had Collier Schultz alone in front of the net. He got a shot off, but the goalie made a good save. Manistique not able to get it out. Cassou keeps it in. He dumps it deep, looking for a change. And Cade Treadway battles in the corner. Here's a centering pass. Shot blocked before it got to the net. Manistique holds on to that puck. And Cade Treadway thumped his man, who dumped it in deep enough for an icing. We get a whistle, and the face-off will be deep in the Manistique end. 12:27 left in this 10-minute runtime scrimmage. Shots on goal are 17-1 in favor of the Trojans. Conaway and White out there on defense. Face-off, won by the Trojans. Manistique actually jumps in. Trojans get it back. Shot on net goes wide. Braden White jumps up, keeps it in, takes a hit to keep it in. Manistique goes behind the net. Blake Davidson battles for it. It bounces in the air. Conaway keeps it in, steps to the middle. Came off his stick funny. He didn't have the time he wanted, so he got a shot, but it was fluttering. Goalie saw it, kicked it out. And Manistique will just ice this, but Jace Kimbrell is going to have to play it. No icing. Conaway sends it across to White. White stays away from the Manistique player. Sent across by Andrew Beatty. Shot on goal was high and wide. Fogelman goes back, not out. That went, Braden White took a shot that went off his own player and out. Klusterman went through Fogelman's legs. Manistique picks it up. Klosterman bothers him. Burley blocks the shot. Klosterman gets the puck now. He's got a little bit of time. He tried to hit Xander Fogelman, came off his stick. Beatty's got it. Beatty's looking. Beatty hits Klosterman. Klosterman gets rid of it fast, takes a stick to the face, but had his back to the ref. I don't think the ref could see how egregious it was. Burley battles for that puck in the corner. Fogelman's in the corner. Burley's got it. He looks. He hits Klosterman. Klosterman can't handle it clean. Klosterman keeps it in deep, but Klosterman's off his defensive point. Manistique's able to get it. Xander Fogelman gets to the puck. He checks up behind the net, lets his Trojans set up, and Burley kicks it, soccer style. Oh, to Klosterman. Klosterman tried to give it back to Burley. Oh! Klosterman and Conaway, the hardest hit I've seen the whole game. Oh, they came around one of the Manistique players and just deadheaded into each other. We've got the puck back in the Manistique end. Conaway looks all right. He races in, keeps it in. Second man for Manistique picks up the puck, but we've got two guys back covering. We pick it up. Luke Harvey's got it behind the net. He hits Conaway. Conaway off the boards and out. To the middle. Graham Peters has one man to beat. Takes a shot. Goes between the goalie's legs. Goalie closes up. Holds onto the puck. We get a whistle. 9:03 left in this 30-minute runtime scrimmage period. And shots are 20-2 in favor of the Trojans. Face off, won by Manistique. They chip it right back to Conaway. Conaway with a shot. I don't know if that one was a stick. It was a little high and wide. Conaway was off balance. Didn't get it what he wanted. From the back of the net, it went off the side of the goal. Harvey turns on the burners, gets to that puck first, gets it back out of our end. Manistique tries to send it in. Conaway's going to get to it. He sends it up. They get it past. It goes back. Kimbrell will play it. Harv was looking to make the pass, took his eyes off the puck and missed. Conaway's got it now. He goes up to Davidson. Davidson across, and one of the Manistique players just got enough on that puck to break up the pass. We center in front of the net. Conaway goes to put the hit on, eats a reverse check and goes down. Braden White with a great move there, sends it into the net. Holy mackerel, the goalie was sliding far side. Braden went opposite, and he just missed the net. The goalie was very out of place. Comes back to White. White shoots. Low shot over the goalie's shoulder, just wide of the net. Oh, come on. The referee blew the whistle as we were wrapping around for the net being off, but that was less than optimal. Really good hockey here in these scrimmage games. Beginning of the season. I'm not sure if you can tell by my excitement, but I'm very, very happy to be watching high school hockey again. All right, Caden Rodenroth lost it off the face-off, figured out where it was, centers it in front. Manistique picks it up in front of the net, comes out. Klosterman and Burley. Carter Humphreys really messing, coming back on a back check, messing with Manistique. Made him give up the puck. Number 10, Kasuletin beats out his man, pins him in the corner. Carter Humphreys goes to help. Caden Rodenroth. Humphreys shoots, he scores over the goalie's shoulder. Humphreys dug that out of the corner, made a pass, went into the slot, stood there, picked up the puck, wasted no time. Fired that one off right over the goalie's shoulder. He surprised the goalie. We are up 3-0. 6 minutes left in this 10-minute runtime scrimmage. My cameraman's got a big smile on his face. That might be his kid. 5:50. Puck drop. Won by the Trojans. Humphrey's got the puck again. He shoots off a skate wide. Rodenroth races in. Makes the Manistique player think twice. Manistique's got it. They try to send it back. Not able. Now they clear it out. Missed pass. Burley will get there. Protects it by turning his back. Burley keeps it in at the line. Rodenroth got it. He's looking. He just sends it in deep. And Cade Treadway gets shellacked in the corner. But he's back on the puck. He looks. Dekes out. His man. Treadway tries for a low shot from the side. Puck comes back to Klusterman. Klusterman looks. Klusterman makes the red line. Klusterman builds up some speed, comes in, makes a move, side of the net. Oh, he lost the puck. Tried to kick it up with his skate. Not able. Graham Peters takes a shot that gets blocked wide. They're battling in the corner, just outside of the view of the camera. Now it's in. Graham Peters in front of the net. Oh! Careful what you do there. Klusterman keeps it in. Shoots just wide of the net. Number 20, Cade Redway, races in. Back to the point. Just out. Braden White sends it across to Klusterman. A little bit behind him. Klusterman's got to gather it up. Makes a great east-west pass to Treadway. Manistique comes up with it in the neutral zone, but not for long. Graham Peters had it. Peters not able to get it out. That's not like Peters.
13. 13 is Blake Davison, not Peters.
Oh, I've got all my numbers messed up. Thank God for Stacy. All right, let's get our poop back together. Now the puck comes out. Treadway and Davidson go for a change. Xander Fogelman gets puck. Oh, he gets stood up hard. They're calling a penalty. Xander looked at me because I think the check was actually clean. No, they're calling Xander? He slams his stick. I mean, he got pounded. I thought the check was clean. It was a hell of a check, but I have no idea what they called Xander for. I really don't. Unless he swung his stick at a foot. I missed it. I really don't know what that call was for. All right, anyway, Conaway's got the puck. He goes hard off the glass, all the way down. Andrew Beatty races in. He's got the puck. We've got some pressure here, short-handed. We're just tying up the puck, eating some time, and now we're going on the offense. That is Evan Blazak, runs it in. We ate up almost 30 seconds of that. Conaway looking to make a hit. The player knew it was coming. He gave up the puck. Conaway checks his man off the puck. That allows Ben Burley to come across the red line. Off his foot, Burley with a move. No shot. Again, Burley's happy just to control the puck and eat up the penalty. Their team sent it right to Conaway. Conaway fanned on the initial shot, dumped it in deep, and Evan Blazak holds it tight in the corner. We're just eating this power play. This is beautiful. Coach couldn't ask for better, I'm guessing. Conaway and Burley back on the line. Evan Blazak just tying it up, moving it back and forth. Not 30 seconds left in this penalty kill, and we still have it in their end and are maintaining control. Burley chips it in deep. Evan Blazak, after that battle, goes for a change. Kind of crazy. We're on the power play, or on the penalty kill, and Conaway's pinched in deep and gets the puck and sends it toward the net. Graham Peters is checked off the puck. The referee gets in the way. It goes to Burley. Burley shoots. It goes wide. Conaway steps in again. He shoots off a leg. Now Conaway will have to back up as Manistique's got it. Conaway keeps it in by outstretched stick. Number 22 shoots, and we get a goal. That was Drew Davidson. So Conaway, I think, would get an assist on that one. Manistique tried to clear it. Conaway reached way out. One hand on that stick, kept it in, got it off to Davidson. Davidson with a nifty little move over the goalie's shoulder. We're ahead by 4 with 20 seconds left. I don't even know if we'll get a puck drop. Shots on goal, 24-2, 4-0 your Trojans. All right, Traverse City wins that face-off. They're not looking for more goals with 10 seconds left. We dump it in deep. Manistique's trying to handle it. They can't. Graham Peters. 1 second left, and I hear a buzzer. We're victorious in our second scrimmage. Little bit better showing by your Trojans this one. 4-0. Shots on goal, 24-2. Stacy, what time's our next scrimmage?
Right away. 12:30. Wow.
12:30, we've got our next scrimmage, so we're right back on. The boys will have just enough time to go to the locker room, get a drink, tighten their girdles, and get back on the ice. I am going to go grab a drink of water. I forgot how taxing announcing is on your throat. But we'll be right back.